Yo. Welcome to my episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Rainside P. Hope you guys are enjoying the week as always. Gotta get you guys caught up on Friday Night Smackdown, Monday Night Raw. Don't we need to get you guys caught up? I know you guys saw it, so don't need to get you guys caught up. It's more so giving you guys my take on things and how everything went down. Before we get started, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback, check out the reels, check out the shorts. I'm back to doing the reels. Time to get back to the reels. Time to get back to the reels. Yes. Check those out. Check me out on Table Ladders and Bumps. Check us out this Friday. We going live for the premiere of Friday Night Smackdown on the USA Network. Get ready to check that out. Myself, Marlon, Wade on YouTube. Tables, Ladders and Bumps YouTube. Make sure you guys check it out. We're doing it on there. We're doing YouTube live, so check that out. Should be cool, should be fun. Make sure you drop in, chat it up with us, chop it up with us, whatever you want to do with us. Man, let's get into the show. Wait. Do I get anything else? Spotify, Superkick store, win a Superkick shirt. Go get you a Superkick shirt. You're not doing anything. Go get your Superkick store. Go to the store, get a shirt. Right after you like, subscribe, then wear the shirt, take pictures in the shirt, do all type of cool stuff in the shirt. But yeah, gonna get into SmackDown first, keeping it short. Let's get it rolling with. They've been doing these vignettes with Giovanni Vinci, and now it's time for him to step up, debut in the ring. Didn't see why they needed to split him up from Imperium and kick him out or whatnot, but I didn't want to see him get out. I thought Imperium would have been cool as the 3-man, group or whatever. Maybe they might add another member, hopefully Dragon off or something like that. I think that'd be dope. But now you get Giovanni Vinci, still the same name, but he's high class, high society. He's a snob. He's rolling in style, fancy cars, fancy clothes. Suited up, tooted up, all that good stuff. And now he's ready to come out and show us what he can do in the ring. Comes out, he's all smiles. We don't know what to do yet with him because we don't know if he's a heel or face, but he gets in the ring, he's showing off. He's like, got possibly a Gucci jumpsuit on, a sweatsuit on or whatnot. Got his initials on the sweatsuit. Get ready to take it off the bell. The referee rings the bell, and then Apollo Crews rolls him up for the 1, 2, 3 3-second match for Giovanni Vinci's debut. So it seems like he's going to be a joke. So they kicked him out of Imperium just for him to be a joke. You spent all this time doing vignettes, trying to build him up to be some type of, almost like a Italian Alberto Del Rio in a sense. And he comes out and he loses in 3 seconds to Apollo Crews. Shout out to Apollo Crews, man. I met him at one of the buffets one time, at the brunches one time. So that was dope. But yeah, man. I just don't know what you're doing with Giovanni Vinci, yo. And even before the bell had rung, he put his hands up, and it looks like his hands were on the opposite arms. Like, his hands are funny. Maybe that's why he lost, because he got funny hands. They don't make sense. Whatever. Get it together, Giovanni Vinci. We're going to get into next is, why are they trying to break up A-Town Down Under? Y'all trying to break up the New Day. You're trying to break up A-Town Down Under. You're trying to break up DIY. Some of them teams don't need to break up. I don't know why A-Town Down Under needs this dissension and all the tension in between them, and you're trying to see who's going to stab who in the back, and are they really friends? Is Grayson Waller using Austin Theory? I like them two as heels, as a team together. I think they could do major things in the team division. I wish they would have kept the belts even longer. They won the belts at WrestleMania, and then I don't know. They really feel like they really didn't do too much with them. They had a couple of like promos and vignettes. They had great interaction. I think they have great chemistry together. I love seeing them interact with KO, and then all the superstars on the roster. And I don't know. I don't want them to break up, but how do you guys feel about them possibly breaking up? I know that we had this triple threat match with KO versus Theory versus Waller, and man, there's some great. They got to be a top 10 I listed like top 10, top 5 best sellers right now in WWE, and one of those guys is Austin Theory. Like, dude just sells stuff. Maybe it's a little bit of oversell, catching the stunner and popping up and all crazy or whatever. I almost knocked over my water bottle. Maybe that's a little too much, but it's entertaining. So I'm here for it. But man, how do you guys feel about the possibility, like say, a Waller and Grayson, or like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory breaking up? Let me know. Comment below. Not much is really going on with SmackDown, at least for me. Cause it's so heavily dominated by possibly whatever Cody Rhodes is doing, whatever he is or not doing, and then you got Bloodline stuff, right? But in the mix of that, you do have some stuff that stands out. Like, we get another Carmelo Hayes Andrade match, part 5. Is this the tiebreaker? Are we doing a best of 5 and that's it? Or are we doing a best of 7? I really hope they go to a best of 7. They might have to do a Bad Blood. They might have to, well, no, this would probably be SmackDown premiere. It's big enough for SmackDown premiere Friday the 13th, so we'll see. But best of 7, I need to see a best of 7 match between Melo and Andrade. That's what I'm feeling right now. We gonna move into Bloodline stuff, because that's how SmackDown got it in, right? Bloodline stuff. So show kicks off with Cody Rhodes out there. Solo Sikoa comes out. Cody Rhodes starts talking. Solo like, yo, man, it's my time. I told you I was coming for you guys. Whoever was going to be the victor of the championship match between you and KO, you won. So I'm here for you. I'm coming to get that WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes is like, you know what? You did your thing. You've been shining. You came in. You made a statement. You stepped out of the shadows of the tribal chief. You are a bona fide superstar. You definitely deserve a WWE title match. And he looks and he's talking to Jacob Fatu. And Jacob, who's in full, I love you, tribal chief mode. I love you, Solo mode. Solo, you my tribal chief. Spitting everywhere. He in full mode right now. Full love my tribal chief mode. He's like, yo, what? Me? You talking to me? You talking to Jacob Fatu right here? Nah, you ain't talking to me. But I guess you are, and I might step up. Because Cody Rhodes told him to step up. I'm going to step up. Say it with my chest. And so he steps up, and so it gives him a look like, what are you doing, man? Like, I'm the head of the table. I got the Ulafala around my neck, and I'm calling the shots. You step down. Step down. So Jacob steps down, and I feel like we're starting to see a little bit more of Solo's personality. And it was one of the things that was like, for the longest, like, I didn't know who Solo was. I feel like he was kept trying to portray to be someone else that didn't feel real. And when he hit the line, he was like, I know what you're trying to do, huh? I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to break up this family here, huh? And I like that, the way he got that out, how that came across. I'm down for that. So we know we getting Solo versus Cody Rhodes part 2 at the Friday premiere of SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown, Friday the 13th. We getting it again. It's so nice they had to run it back twice, right? Cody and Solo part 2. We can only suspect that if Roman doesn't interfere or come back, maybe Jimmy Uso comes back. We need some big names to return. Maybe The Rock pops up. We'll see. I don't think Cody Rhodes is losing on SmackDown. So we'll see what happens. That's going to bring me into the last topic. It's more Bloodline stuff, right? So we got the Bloodline versus DIY in the Street Profits in the 8-man tag match. Let me just say, this is how I need the Bloodline to always operate. And maybe a lot of it goes, the credit got to go to Jacob Fatu. Because whenever he gets in the match, it's a game changer. He goes ballistic. He goes berserk. And he just takes over the match. Like, all the spotlight goes directly on Jacob Fatu. He just starts going crazy. But this is the Bloodline that I want to see. How they was just, when they started like clicking together, they was vicious. Even seeing the Tongas do stuff. We rip on Tonga Loa, and even Tama Tonga being all crazy or whatever. But the Bloodline did their thing, and it was good to see them. And maybe this is just a prequel or little foreshadowing to how things are gonna be when we get the Bloodline versus Bloodline War Games Survivor Series. But man, I felt like it was just a big old like spot fest. People were doing crazy things. We had a good interaction between Angelo Dawkins, Johnny Gargano, just doing moves, tandem moves together. I'm like, what? DIY and the Profits working together, looking like a cohesive team out here. Man, craziness. We get everybody out on the ring, outside the ring. We get a suplex from the top rope to outside the ring. It's just bodies everywhere. Amazing. Other takeaway from this is that Jacob Fatu, you got us, man. You got us. Gotcha. That foot was all good the whole time, huh? Maybe it was just a little sprain, but that foot looked like it was 1,000%. The way he was kicking people in the face with it, he hit my man Montez Ford with an impaler DDT. Stood Montez straight up like a pole out here. Montez is also on that list of great sellers right now to me in WWE. But man, kills it. Thinking that Jacob's going to get the victory. No, Solo comes in. Then gives Montez two Samoan Spites. If the DDT didn't do it, these Spites did it. And then Solo gets the victory. Bloodline are the victors. That's how SmackDown ends. And so I can't wait to see how things are going to go. Friday the 13th. Friday Night SmackDown on the USA Network. Can't wait to see what craziness, who's going to pop up. Surprises or whatnot. It's going to be wild. We're going to switch over to Monday Night Raw. I want to see what I want to get into with Monday Night Raw. You know what? I'm going to say that four-way match for the Intercontinental Championship, number one contenders last. I'm gonna kick it off with the Wyatt Six, right? This Wyatt Six versus American Made multi-person tag match, right? 4-on-4. And once again, the Wyatt Six is coming out together. Just gives me just chills, full body chills. It's just like I can't wait to go to a show. Like they're not coming to my town anytime soon. At least not for the rest of this year. I might have to cross the border, go to the States or something like another state line to go see. And I ain't not cross the border like that. Go to another state line to go see them or something like that. But I gotta see the Wyatt Six in person. I gotta be in person for that interest. I gotta see how this the energy, because this dude being at home, sitting on the couch watching it, I feel the chills. So I gotta definitely see that in person. I still love everything they do. Some of the time, and I know it's supposed to be creepy, but also it cracks me up too. Like Dexter Lumis hitting the crawl, and he be out there crawling like Joe from Family Guy with no legs, man. Like it's funny, but man, like I think he's my favorite member right now of the Wyatt Six is Dexter Lumis. He looks like psychotic. He looks like a I want to say crazy Charles Manson, but Charles Manson's already crazy. So like add some sprinkles on top of that. Like he's Charles Manson crazy with sprinkles on top of it. Like that's Dexter Lumis. Like I love that the look that he has, the hair. Now he's more. I feel like, and if he was before, I didn't know, because like I said, I didn't never really watch him on NXT. But he seems to do more top rope moves flying through the air because he's Mercy the Buzzard, So he's a manifestation of that, which I don't know how I feel about manifestations of stuff or this big personality. Like I feel like they keep. I don't know what they want to do with that whole idea. Like they think that they are these members of the Wyatt Six, and they're not these members of the Wyatt Six. They're manifestations of the members of the Wyatt Six. And it's like, this kind of pick. I feel like it's all different, and I feel like it's kind of confusing at time. Another great spot. We get an angle slam from the top rope through a table. Man, craziness. We got Nikki Cross out here wilding out, hitting Chad Gable with German suplexes. Looking, besides Dexter Lumis, I want to say, I think Nikki Cross might have been my other favorite of the night in that match. Coach Eric Rowan doing crazy stuff. Joe Gacy just taking crazy punishment like a psycho. I mean, that might just be his thing. But Nikki Cross showed out. Dexter Lumis definitely did the same thing as well. And now, this is what I don't get is Uncle Hottie gets in the ring and he gives Chad Gable's sister Abigail. Dude, you're not in the match. You're not in the match. Like, when do faces interfere and cheat? Like, it's a street fight so anything goes, but it wasn't needed. They already had the upper hand. They already had the upper hand. There was no need for the sister Abigail. It's only just setting up for Chad Gable versus Uncle Hottie at Bad Blood. That's what I feel is coming. Like I say, man, I've been talking about Bad Blood for a minute. I feel like we can have 25 matches for Bad Blood. If it was up to me, Bad Blood would be 8 hours straight. 8 hour PLE is Bad Blood because I feel like there's so many people that have grudges and bad blood towards one another. But yeah, man, like I think we get Uncle Hottie versus Chad Gable, Bad Blood. How do you guys feel about this match? Is it time to switch some stuff up with the Y6? You know, like we had a tag match. All right, we saw that. We had a street fight. We saw that. And also, what's up with American Made? Like, we put them together just to get beat up by the Wyatts. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I think I want more to the story. I feel like, not the nostalgia because it's not that old, but just the feeling of it is starting to kind of wear off to me. And I want more just great story out of it. I feel like now for the story part, it's still early on. Yes, still early on, but we ain't getting more out of that. You know, like I want some more story and just more layers to the characters. Like I was feeling the different vignettes about the different characters. You know, like I wanted more interviews that we were getting with Uncle Hottie and we had got with Aaron Rowan. Like those was dope, and we're not getting those with the other characters. And that's what I want. I want more story. Give me more story for my Y6, right? We get into Judgment Day stuff, right? Judgment Day, Finn, he's pissed off. You know, like he held his grudge. He had his whole grudge for a whole year, waited his opportunity to get revenge. He expressed that and it's like, you know what? I can't really be mad at that, man. Like, you had the opportunity multiple times to possibly be World Heavyweight champion. And Damian Priest, who's Money in the Bank holder, kept popping up and throwing you off and interfering in some way, and you kept taking L's to that. And so, like, yeah, I understand why you're mad or whatever. So Finn's cutting his promo, and Finn started calling like real Jamaican Finn, like Irish Jamaican Finn. Like, we got one thing out here, not even thing, like one thing out here. You know, like that's how Finn out here talking. Leads to just craziness and mayhem. The Judgment come out, Priest is trying to fend them off, then Rhea comes out hobbling on her crutch, only to be met by Dirty Dom. Liv Morgan, she comes running from the back, trying to jump Rhea. She gets hit in the stomach again with the crutch. Dom get hit in the stomach with the crutch. Get back in the back with the crutch. You know, so once again, I feel like we're getting that Rhea versus Dom match. They definitely got to do it. I don't know when, but I feel like we're getting that Rhea versus Dom match. I definitely feel like I can see that Dom interferes at Bad Blood, causing Liv Morgan to beat Rhea Ripley again. And I think this is just, like I say, this is going to lead to Dom versus Rhea. Are you guys looking for that possibility, that match of Dom versus Rhea Ripley at some point in the near future? That's what I'm here for. We got Braun Breaker going around backstage, talking trash to all the different contenders in the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contender for the IC Championship. And I'm digging it, man. Like, whether the person was a heel or a face, Braun Breaker approached them all the same. Like, yo, you ain't better than me. You ain't gonna beat me. I'm gonna clown you. How you gonna be doing this little stupid shrug? Like, it don't even matter. Like, I'm out here. You can't stop me. I got the dogs out here. The dogs are barking. Woof, woof, woof. You know, like, what are you gonna do? Nothing. You know, so I like how they kind of try to throw us off track. That kind of made us not think or expect that Jey Uso is going to be the main one to come out. You know, like I would have probably preferred Strowman just because I just want to see Jay get fed to Braun Breaker, you know, or even Dragunov at this point because I don't think Dragunov would have beat him anyway. But I think it would have been good for Braun Strowman. But once again, Braun Strowman got tied up in that tsunami. He's still trying to swim no ways. He thought he was out of the clear. He thought the tsunami was over. But we get into that a little later though, right? Next we get into the Unholy Union, who seem to have gotten their names back. Wade Barrett kept saying it a bunch of times, so maybe they might start calling them that again. They've had a matchup against Jade and Bianca, the Coldest Storm. They need a name. I don't know. How come we not call them the Coldest Storm? They need to be called the Coldest Storm, so we're going to call them the Coldest Storm, right? Coldest Storm versus the Unholy Union out there. Feel like the Unholy Union is kind of getting buried right now, right? They've won the match last week against Damage Control, but they've already lost twice to Jade and Bianca. First was Jade and Bianca beat them for the championship, and then you lose again. So it's now like, if you're gonna have them lose like this, are we burying them? What's next for them? What's next for the Raw, not the Raw, but the Women's Tag Team Championships? Like, you put them back on them. Now you have to use them to elevate the Tag Team Championships to make them something special, right? And how do you do that? Do you have them just go from brand to brand to brand? Do you have them wrestle more? Our next up is PFC. You know, like they seem to be kind of rolling or whatnot, but they did take a loss too as well. You know, I don't see Zelina Vega or Lyra Valkyria or even the Party Girls right now stepping up to Jade or Bianca. Don't see Damage Control right now stepping up to Jade Bianca, even though you had a little interaction between the two of them last night, but they had just lost, you know. So you got to see who's going to come out of this mix-up between the PFC, Damage Control, and I guess you can throw the Unholy Union back in there again, and then whatever else, other women's tag team that you want to put in there, right? And speaking of PFC, man, we're not going to get any explanation of what the name is, what it means. All we're going to get to see is them doing finger guns out there, telling people to shoot their shot. They came out with the name. Then you got like the entrance now. Y'all got matching outfits. Each week, y'all just level up with the idea, but no explanation behind the idea. Like, yo, what is this? What is this name? You just tell me to shoot my. I want to shoot my shot and see what the name is. That's what I want to. That's what I want to know. That's what we all want to know is what is the meaning behind the Pure Fusion Collective. I need to know. Joe Tessitore, he definitely needs to know because he don't know. I don't know. If I don't know, I definitely know he don't know. And he worked there. He don't know. So someone tell us, right? What else we got? Let's get into George Hitman Washington coming out there, right? Coming out there in Canada, his hometown, chopping down the cherry apple trees. What did he chop down? It wasn't a cherry tree. Did cherry go on trees? I think he chopped down the apple tree. I don't remember. He had the wooden teeth. You know what he is on the dollar bill. George Hitman Washington out there. Bret Hart, right? Come out there. Gunther comes out there. Starts to give Bret Hart. This is always good in conversations. It's like, yo, no disrespect. I don't mean to disrespect, but always following after that is major disrespect. You know, it's never like nothing nice. I don't mean to disrespect you, but you know what? You're a nice guy. And the guy returns there by being a nice guy. No, I don't mean disrespect, but you know, man, your breath stinks. You know, your tongue, you got a stinky tongue. They cut that mug off. It's never like nothing nice that comes after that. So he tells Brad, you know, like, man, you was an idol to me, a hero growing up. You know, like I idolized you. You were one of my favorites, but you wasn't my favorite. You're number 2 to my all-time favorite, which is Bill Goldberg. And I'm like, yo, like, y'all giving Gunther personality now? Like, he already had the ring word to me. Like, he puts on great matches, solid matches, but to me, he was boring. He didn't really have personality. I'm not really here for like the snobbiness or whatever. And even like his jabs or something didn't work. You know, calling Randy Orton like a failure or like a screw up or whatever before, like yeah, whatever. Even like he used to call people clowns and just the sacred mat and sacred ring, but it was still like typical. If you give him personality and he's cracking jokes out here, knowing that Bill Goldberg then kicked off Bret Hart's head and Bret Hart then had a beef with Bill Goldberg, we can't just call him we gotta call him by his full name every time we say him. That Bret Hart has a feud with Bill Goldberg for 25 years, some years, like, yo, that's what we doing out here. We letting Gunther drop Bill Goldberg's name to Bret Hart in Canada. Man, craziness. So I'm here for Gunther's personality. It's hilarious. Keep it up. What else we gonna get into? We're gonna get into. We already knew this was coming, right? Punk versus Drew, Hell in a Cell. Not much needed to say after this. They made the bracelet be a big thing. He broke the bracelet. He smashed Punk's face, got him bleeding or whatever. Now we got to end it in Hell in a Cell. But I don't think it ever will truly end. This will be an ongoing feud. Kind of similar to, I feel like, to the Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland feud. Like, yo, at any given time, it's on site between the two. Yo, I just hate you. I just hate you forever. And, like, it's cool. So I think that could be something with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre with it. They're never going to see eye to eye. They're always going to have some form of, hatred towards one another. So I'm down for that. Like, Hell in a Cell won't end it. And I think I might have CM Punk coming out on top of that. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think wins between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre at Hell in a Cell? Let me know. We got a match between Dirty Dom and Dragon Lee. So watching the match, this whole like split screen thing, I'm over that. I can't wait for them to go to Netflix because I don't want to see any more split screen. The commercial is taken away from the match. I remember doing the Fatal 4-Way. There was a Scare Tactics commercial that came on. And yeah, whatever was going on in the ring was dope. But that Scare Tactics commercial had me cracking up to the point where I didn't even know what's going on in the ring anymore. I want to know about Scare Tactics. Like, and you got Cody Rhodes probably pranking the New Day. You know black people don't do no spooking and stuff like that. Come on, Cody Rhodes. Why you doing us like that, baby? So, but yeah, we had Dirty Dom versus Dragon Lee out there. And Dragon Lee does that double stomp in the corner. Looked amazing. You get Dominic Mysterio showboating every time in the ring. Every time he does something, he out here flexing. He out here looking like SpongeBob before he put the balloon arms on. And yo, the flex and not have like the little hump in your arm, the bicep, like that's crazy. Like it's just a stick. It's just a folded stick. It's just two folded sticks in the air, and he just walking around like it's Dominic Mysterio is a true menace, troll, heel. You gotta love it. Everything that he does, man. And he's always gathering heat no matter what. In doing a match. And even just like him, I love people that they can just do that. Like the whole Bill Goldberg line that Gunther dropped out in Canada. More heat. For him I felt like it's so hard to kind of hate Gunther at times because he's so good, right? And you can't deny people that are good. Like you're just gonna appreciate the level of work that these guys put in. But Gunther was another dude that was able to garner so much heat and hatred in Canada just by coming out and interrupting Bret Hart. Like that was great. That was great to see. Helps him take him to the next level. I can't wait to see what happens next week and the level of heat and hatred that he's able to make the fans produce. But like, yeah, Dominic Mysterio, who's a master at this for the last like couple years now, in the match showing off. You get Liv Morgan to interfere. You get Dominic Mysterio to hit a frog splash, and before doing so, he blows a kiss, and then does the frog splash. Like it's just so much stuff that makes you go, you just want to just yak up your food, your intestines. Like, it's just crazy. But Dominic Mysterio is a master at that right now. Like, that is something that I wish I can ask him. Like, yo, man, how do you channel this? And like you able to be like this character that people just hate. They just naturally hate you already. But now, and I think it took him a minute to really get used to the hate. And now he just lives in it. He just wakes up and he just lives in it. Like, he just writes down his mustache, slicks back his mullet, and then just goes about his day. He probably don't even take a shower. He just goes about his day, right? Let's get into this Fatal 4-Way. Let's get into that. Great match. I want to see, like I said last week, I think it's Dragunov. Dragunov is the common denominator in a lot of this stuff. I'm sorry, Dragunov, I wasn't familiar with your game like that, dude. You be out here putting in the work. Another great seller. I need to see Pete Dunne versus Dragunov. After you give me Dragunov versus Dragon Lee, I want Pete Dunne versus Dragunov. After Pete Dunne and Sheamus thing gets finished or solved or whatever, Pete Dunne, Dragunov, multiple matches. That's what I want right now. It was great to see that. You got Braun Strowman out here. So we got the Fatal 4-Way, Pete Dunne, Dragunov, Braun Strowman, Jey Uso. You got Braun Strowman coming out here like he about to take a dump, trying to do the train spin or whatever. I don't know. He a body out here, man. Like, and for as long as I felt like he didn't have a purpose, he was just out here kind of just filling the gaps, for people. And so, like I said, I wanted to see him win. And just if you're gonna feed Braun Breaker to someone, if you're gonna feed someone to Braun Breaker, it could have been Braun Strowman, But Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, why there's so many Brauns, had this great match a couple weeks ago. And Braun Strowman's out here like, yo, I got this. I'm about to take this. I'm about to clean off this announce table. I'm about to put one of these foods on this announce table. I'm a big SOB. I'm gonna get these hands. He turns around. Catches a tsunami from out of nowhere from Bronson Reed, and that's what you gotta be. That's what you gotta be aware of tsunamis. Like this sometimes it just aren't warnings. Like tsunamis can kind of just sneak up on you, and they can just take you out completely. And just like Braun Strowman, like now we know, like you always gotta have your head on the swivel when there's like a 340-pound dude sneaking up behind you at full speed. So you just never know when that's gonna happen to you. You always gotta be. What? Are there tsunamis around here? Huh? Is there a tsunami present? Is there a let me check the weather forecast. Is there a possibility of a tsunami today? I don't know, but I got to be ready at all times for tsunamis. So we got to be getting Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman at Bad Blood. I'm here for that. What do you guys think about that? So that took Braun Strowman out of the mix-up. So now we left with 3 men in the ring. Pete Dunne, Dragunov, Jey Uso. Jey Uso hits the spear. Probably the best spear I've seen Jey Uso hit ever. And on Dragunov, then you get Pete Dunne come in. Dragunov kicks out, thinking that, Pete Dunne's going to win, And I'm also cool with Pete Dunne getting served up to Braun Breaker. But that's not the case. We get Jey Uso hit the splash. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso, Braun Breaker for the IC championship. I don't know when it's going to be. It can't be at Bad Blood because you already, like I say, it'd be like match 26 if I was booking it. So we ain't going to have that there. But, man, I don't know. I do know. I don't want to see Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker because I know Jey Uso is going to lose, man. And I'm tired of seeing Jey Uso lose in championship matchups. And maybe they're just putting him in matchups that maybe he shouldn't have been in at the time. Just because, did I think he was going to beat Roman Reigns? No. Was it a possibility he was going to beat Seth Rollins? I don't think so. He had the matchup against Gunther for the IC championship, but then Jimmy had interfered. Excuse me. I was cool with Jay winning it then, you know. But now you got Braun Breaker, and he's just starting off. He's just starting his reign. He's great in the ring. You know, the Frankenstein of the spear. His moveset is great. He looks impressive. He's great on the promos, on the mic. I don't see Jey Uso beating Braun Breaker for the IC Championship. But if he did, I'm all here for it. I'm all here for the yeet. We gotta yeet sometimes to make it through life. Yeet with me. So man, how do you guys feel about Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso for the IC Championship? Don't know when it's gonna be, but who you guys got? Who you guys want? Is it time for Jey Uso to win a single championship? Will he be one of those guys to never win a single championship in his career? To be this on fire with the crowd, with the people, with everything else, like you put butts in seats, dude. Like, you get the crowd hype, you get the crowd entertained, like you super over, like you get a whole countries going crazy when you pop out. Like, I just think he would do a lot with the title, you know. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But man, thank you guys for rocking with me. I know I didn't get a super kicks of the week this week. I'll try to get one for Friday 13th. You know, go over that when I go over that. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching the show. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, feedback, all that good stuff. Check out the What If. I'm going to finish that up. It's going to be two great wrestlers of all time going head to head with one another to see who really is the best wrestler in the ring. Make sure you guys check that out. If you haven't watched any of my other what ifs, make sure you guys check those out too. Got a whole playlist of those. Catch up, man. Get into and everything. Table Ladders and Bumps. Check me out on there. Check us out this weekend. We'll check us out Friday 13th for the Friday night premiere of Friday Night Smackdown. Friday the 13th, Smackdown is moving to the USA Network. We doing our first live. We doing our first live. You gotta tune in. We're gonna try to work out the kinks. Make sure our internet's right. Make sure we ain't up here glitching. None of that. You know, all that cool stuff there. All that bad stuff, really. So we're gonna hopefully have a smooth live stream. But you know, it's life. Life be life. And so till next time, man. Adios. Peace.